In this question, we need to move from slope-intercept form to standard form. In order to do that, I need to have my x term and my y term on the left side, and I'll leave my constant on the other side. Looking at examining this, I already have my y term on this side, but my x and my constant over here. I think what I'd like to do is leave that constant there, that's 6, on that side, so I need to get rid of the x. Rewriting my first line, I get y equals x, and then I'm going to subtract this x to get it off of this side. But in order to do that, I also need to do it from the other side. Rewriting that, I'm going to put the x, see how the x term is first here, and then the y term equals the constant. So I'm going to rewrite it with the minus x up front, plus y equals 6. Now, the one more step is that they said that perhaps this a needs to be positive, or the number in front of x needs to be positive. So I could potentially divide everything by -1 in order to make that x positive. So then x minus y equals -6. And then that would be the final answer for standard form. Alternatively, actually, we've talked about this, we sometimes want everything on the one side. You could have x minus y plus 6, so that -6 just becomes a plus 6 on the other side. So 2 answers. I will take either. In this question, we again want to move from y equals mx plus b form to standard form. So I need to get everything, well, I'm just going to get the x term over here. So let's do that. So in order to do that, I'm going to subtract 1/5 x from both sides. In my next line, I'll keep the constant over here, it's -3/10. And on this side, I have -1/5, putting my x term first, and then my y term, so plus y. Standard form wants us to have a positive a value, and all of these whole numbers. So I need to find a way to make sure I have a whole number by getting rid of the 5 and the 10. So if I multiply everything through by 10, actually by -10, because I want to get through this -2, then I should be able to do this. So if I put a -10 here, a -10 here, and a -10 here. What that will do then, this -10 will cancel the negative and divide by 5, so I'm left with a 2x. -10 times y is -10y equals, and this -10 cancels with this -10, and I'm left with just 3. So this would be the final answer in standard form. Okay, so in this video we're going to move between 2 different forms of the equation of a line. So we have the standard form, and we want to move, in this case, towards the slope-intercept form. The overall goal is to get y by itself. So we need to look at this one, which is in standard form, and get the y by itself. So the y is here, and there's all 11x over here, and then a -6 right in front. So we need to get rid of both of those. We're going to start by getting rid of the 11x. So I'm going to write the whole line again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 11x from both sides. When I rewrite this, I'm going to rewrite it with the mx first. So I'm going to put the -11x first. On this side, I'm left with -6y equals -11x, putting the x term first, and then -10. Because, of course, that 10 owns that minus. That 11 owns that minus. So I've just rescheduled or removed them. So now, in order to get the y by itself, remember the goal, there it is, the y, it has the -6 in front of it. This is not minus, like, it's not y minus 6, it's -6 times y, or -6 times y. So we need to undo by using division. So to undo that, we're going to divide everything by -6, every single term. Simplifying that, I get my final answer, y equals positive 11 over 6x, positive or plus 10 over 6. Now I can reduce that to, if I put 2 into both of those, I get 5 over 3. And then I'm done.